Hello dear students, welcome to Neha's Maths Academy. In this video, we will learn some prerequisites for mathematics. Natural numbers and integers, HCF and LCM, fractions and indices. Let's see what is the learning objectives for this. It is to understand the concept of number system, fractions, indices, and their use in commercial activities. Natural numbers. The set capital N is called a set of natural numbers. In that set, it contains 1, 2, 3, 4 up to ... Means all the positive numbers. And it is denoted by capital N. What are the properties of natural numbers? First property, addition in N is commutative as well as associative. That is, if A, B, C belongs to natural numbers, then A plus B is equal to B plus C. And A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. Second property, multiplication in N is commutative as well as associative. That is, A into B is equal to B into A, where AB belongs to natural numbers, and A into B into C is equal to A into B into C, where A, B, C belongs to natural numbers. That means addition as well as multiplication in natural numbers is commutative as well as associative. Third property is multiplication is distributive over addition. That is, A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. That means A into first number in the bracket plus A into second number. So these are the properties of natural numbers. Next is integers. Integers are denoted by capital Z, and it is a set of the numbers including positive numbers as well as negative numbers and zero. Now let's see what is least common multiple. It is the important concept in mathematics. Least common multiple. We called it as LCM also. What is LCM of 6 and 15? How to find it? Let's see. For that, we have to consider the multiples of 6 and 15. We will write down multiples of 6. That is 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42 and so on. And multiples of 15. 15, 30, 45, 60, 75 and so on. That means we have to write tables of 6 and 15. And to find LCM, that means least common multiple, firstly we have to find common multiples of 6 and 15. So these bold numbers are common multiples of 6 and 15. But we have asked for least common, that means smallest common multiple. So 30 is the smallest multiple, smallest common multiple of 6 and 15. So 30 is the LCM of 6 and 15. Now these are the examples for practice. Find LCM of 12 and 15. Write down multiples of 12, multiples of 15, then find common multiples, and smallest of them is LCM of 12 and 15. Multiples of 12, multiples of 15, and smallest common multiple is 16. So LCM of 12 and 15 is 16. Second, find LCM of 5 and 13. Consider the multiples of 5 and 13. The multiples of 5, multiples of 13, and 65 is smallest of them, So LCM of 5 and 13 is 65. Find LCM of 12 and 15. Note that the LCM of two primes is just their multiplication. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers means whose divisors are only 1 and that number itself. So LCM of two primes is just their multiplication. Means if any two prime numbers are given and we have asked for LCM, we have to just multiply that two numbers. Second property, the LCM of two co-primes, it's also their multiplication. Two co-prime means there is no common divisor between that two numbers. Examples. 4 upon 35 plus 9 upon 56. Now, these are fractions and we will use LCM to add these two fractions. So firstly, find LCM of denominators. 35 and 56, these are the denominators. So what is LCM of 35 and 56? It is 280. So we have to make common denominator as 280. So 280 is 8th multiple of 35 and it is 5th multiple of 56. So multiply and divide by 8 to numerator and denominator of first fraction 4 upon 35 and multiply and divide by 5 to the second fraction 9 upon 56. So we got the common denominator 280. Now it is very easy to add these two numbers. It becomes 8 into 4, 32 upon 280 plus 9 into 5, 45 upon 280. So 35 plus 45 is 77 and denominator is common, that is 280. And after simplifying, it is 11 upon 40. Second thing, 3 upon 2000 plus 237 upon 5000. Now it seems difficult, but this is very easy example. Just find LCM of 2000 and 5000. Its LCM is 10,000. So how to get 10,000 from 2000? Multiply 5 to the numerator and denominator. For the second fraction, multiply 2 to the numerator and denominator. We will get common denominator 10,000. Just add the numerators. It will give us answer as 489 upon 10,000. This is the use of LCM in adding fractions. Now next thing is greatest common factor or greatest common divisor, that is GCD, or highest common factor, HCF. How to find HCF? Let's see. Find HCF of 48 and 64. Now it also depends on name. Highest common factor. In LCM, it was least common multiple. So we have found multiples of the given two numbers. Here, as we want highest common factor, we will find factors of the given numbers. So find factors of 48 and 64. So factors of 48 means divisors of 48. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 16, 24, and 48. These are the divisors of 48. And divisors of 64. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64. These are divisors of 64. Now find common divisors. Common divisors, 1 is common, 2 is common in both, 4 is also common in both, 8 is common in both, and 16 is common in both. And we want highest common factor. So highest of it them is 16, 16. So GCD or HCF of 48 and 64 is 16. Second example, find HCF of 105 and 135. Find divisors of 105 and 135. Then find common factors of both, and then greatest of them is the HCF. So you can find this answer is 15. Find HCF of 585, 675 and 360. Now 3 numbers are there. Follow the same procedure. Find divisors of 585, 675 and 360. Observe the common factors in all three. Find the greatest of them, and that greatest divisor will be our HCF. Answer is 45. Note that product of two integers is same as the product of their HCF and LCM. Means if we take product of any two integers, is equal to product of its LCM and HCF. For example, consider the numbers 12 and 21. Its HCF, that is highest common factor, is 3 and LCM is 84. So product of 12 and 21 should be equal to product of HCF and LCM. That is 12 into 21 should be equal to 3 into 84. It is equal. You can check. Next is fractions. What is fraction? A number of the type P upon Q where P and Q are any integers and Q should not be equal to 0 is called a rational number. For example, 2 upon 7 minus 74 upon 28, 3 upon 19, 17 upon 64, etc. Note that every integer is a rational number. Then suppose 5. 5 is the integer number, but we can write 5 as 5 upon 1. So every integer is a rational number. The division of any number by 0 has no meaning. Means if you divide any number by 0, it has no meaning. It is undefined. We cannot define that number. So remember, we cannot divide by 0 to any number. Now operations on fractions. Let P by Q and R by S be any two fractions in lowest terms. Means we can't divide them again. That is the lowest. How to add fractions? If P upon Q plus R upon S, these are two fractions, then there are two ways to find addition. Firstly, by finding LCM that we have already seen, and second, we can cross multiply this P into S plus R into Q upon multiplication of denominators. This is the second way to multiply fractions. Sorry, to add fractions. Now subtraction, same way. P upon Q minus R upon S is equal to cross multiplication of P and S minus R into Q upon multiplication of denominators. So PS up minus RQ upon QS. Now multiplication of fractions. P upon Q into R upon S. Now multiplication of fractions is very easy. Multiply numerator to numerator, that is P into R upon Q into S. This is multiplication of fractions. Now division. P upon Q divided by R upon S. Now this is division of fractions. So how to write this? We can convert it to the multiplication. Write down P by Q as it is. Then multiplied by reciprocal of R upon S. And reciprocal of R upon S is S upon R. Reciprocal means numerator will become denominator and denominator will become numerator. Just reverse it. So division can be equal to multiplication by taking reciprocal. So P upon Q divided by R upon S is equal to P upon Q into S upon R. And we know how to do multiplication. Numerator multiplied by numerator. So P into S and denominator into denominator. Q into R. Next is indices. Indices is of this form. 3 raised to 5. That means multiply 3 5 times. Some n raised to 5 means multiply n 5 times. N raised to 10, multiply n 10 times. 4 upon 3 raised to 3, multiply 4 upon 3 3 times. In general, if n belongs to some natural number, then a raised to n is equal to a into a into a n times. These are indices. And a raised to n is read as a raised to n, where a is base and n is index. So the number which is in the power is called as index. Let's see laws of these indices. If m and n are integers, then a raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. Means if base is same, we can add the indices. A raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. Second thing, a raised to m upon a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n, where m should be greater than n. A raised to m raised to n means index of the indices. Index of the index. A raised to m raised to n is equal to a raised to m into n. Multiply the indices. AB raised to m means if a and b are any two natural numbers or real numbers, and a into b raised to m, then we can distribute it. A raised to m into b raised to m. We can separate the indices. A upon b raised to m, a raised to m upon b raised to m, where b is not equal to 0, because we have already seen denominator cannot be 0. And last property, a raised to 0 is equal to 1. Anything raised to 0 is always equal to 1. Remember this. Thank you.